But two guys today put a lawsuit in against the DOMA ruling. You must support them. You must go out there and help. Because it's the young people who can change everything. And if you don't agree with it, then piss off. It's the 21st century and everything's changing.
Similar to your shake yourself story about to piss myself. But for now the same reasons. I'm pregnant.
Oh, you're pregnant? Oh, so you got something pressing on your bladder.
Yes.
Just don't have the baby.
So here's my dilemma.
All right.
My lovely husband, Jack.
Where?
Jack.
Wave.
Right here.
Hi, Jack.
Will not help me pick out a name for a boy. Would you help me? He just won't tell me if he likes it or not. He won't say what he likes.
Maybe he's just letting you choose.
No, it's not. No. Every pregnant woman out there has lists.
You really know what you want, don't you? All her names are Doctor. I mean, as much as I know, but as much as I love Doctor Who and Torchwood and all the characters that I've played, maybe calling your baby after a little might be a little, but I think if it's a girl, Sarah Jane's fabulous. It's a boy.
It's a boy. I even recommended
You gotta
Jack.
call it Jack.
I even recommended Jack.
You're Jack also, so it could be Jack 2. Jack 1 and Jack 2. She's so tired of being in here, isn't she? She wants to go home. Anyway, listen, put it online or something and we'll take a vote over it. I'm sure they'll really love that. You'll figure it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
I love musical theater.
Do you?
I do.
Are you sure you're not a gay man?
I'm not sure. I think
You're not sure? There's some lesbians down in the front here who will help you figure it out. Stick with me, I'll line you up.
I was just wondering what your favorite musical is or favorite song.
Well, I never tend to answer questions that are about favorites because once you say what your favorite is, because of today's social media, it's online and it's everywhere. So I never ever say what my favorite things are. I'm quite happy. The musicals that I've done, I'm quite happy to have done all of them. I love everyone for different reasons. But there's shows that I like. One of my favorites that I'd love to do one day is Mac and Mabel. But I have to rewrite it. Sorry, Jared. Sorry, everybody, because the ending's just crap.
Yeah,
it's not a good ending. It's not a good ending. Yeah. So I've already talked to some people who know Jerry, and I know Jerry. Blah blah blah. So we'll sort it out. Maybe a few years down the line. Favorite musical song? Gosh, there's so many out there. I mean, the one thing I loved doing most recently was working with Stephen Schwartz and rewriting just little bits of The Wizard and I to The Doctor and I. And if you haven't heard it, it's on, I think it's on iTunes that you can get it. I recorded it. It's on one of my albums. I did it as a tribute to Doctor Who, and it's, for me, what Captain Jack feels like in being with the Doctor and his relationship with the Doctor. And it's actually really quite a fun song, and I sing the shit out of it. I can also hang my shit on sign. Yes. Hi.
I'm a really big fan of your role, Captain Jack, on Doctor Who.
Yes.
And I was just wondering if you knew if you would be playing him anytime soon?
Have no idea. Seriously, that's the only answer I can give you. I have no idea. They have to ask, and I've always said that if they ask at the drop of a hat, I will do it because I absolutely adore Jack. I love the character. I love playing him, and also the fact that Arrow, which I'm on at the moment, I've sort of just let the cat out of the bag. I'm supposed to be dead. But it's flashbacks, thank you. But Arrow had said if they wanted me back while I'm filming that, they would let me go to do it, but they haven't asked.
Go ask them.
Ask them.
Yeah.
bbc.co.uk. Anyway, yes.
Okay, you said no questions on singing.
Uh,
I'm asking anyway.
I like the attitude. Fire away.
Would you please sing the train song?
That's not really a song. That's like one of those internet things that just happen. I'm the only one on the train. I'm the only one on the train. That was all it was I'm the only one. I was the only person on this train going to Essex in the UK. And I recorded that and put it online. Now everybody, like, they put things on going, I'm the only one on the bus. I'm like, it's my song, shut up. I'm not the only one on the plane. I'm not the only one on the plane. No, you're not, because that's false. Is that good enough? Thank you. Gentleman in the green.
Hello, this is more about craft.
Oh, I thought you were going to say about crack. I was like,
No, about craft. There is the episode where Captain Jack's grandchild dies. How did you come
Say it
to
again.
that? There's an episode on Torchwood where...
Put the mic up to your mouth closer, pretend it's me.
Sorry.
He's not disagreeing.
There is an episode on Torchwood where Captain Jack's grandchild dies.
Yes.
How did you come to that scene? How did you prepare for it?
I have to be totally honest with you. I am not one of those actors who delves into the depths of their doldrums to find the motivation and the sequence of events that are prior to the moment. I just get up and do it. Well, I think a lot of other actors are that way also, and I'll have nothing against the actors who have that progression, except that just hurry up and get to that moment because I really want to go home and eat dinner, right? So we did, on Torchwood, we wouldn't get into those heavy, but I think sometimes when you play the truth of the moment as you're doing it, that is the best way to get the intensity and the truth across. It was a hard scene to do because the young boy, Bear is his name, and he was not any of the ones that you like. His name was Barry. He's a cute kid. He said to me before, he said, John, what can I do to make more impact with the scene? I'm like, well, Bear, let me give you some tips. When I turn the machine on and you start, like, you all know what happens, don't you? Yeah. When it goes and it happens, you want to make it look like it's going to be, terrible. I want you, because he was doing it in a couple of takes. It was just plain, and then he would fall and da-da-da. I said, Bear, start shaking a little bit, and then start violently shaking, and tell Ward or makeup to put a little bit of blood that drips out of your nose. Oh. Do something, I said, because that'll freak people out. He's like, okay, so this kid got up and he shook. The thing that in those situations that I always look at is, I think about, I don't have any children, but I have nieces and nephews, and I can do what we call substitute things in my head for those moments. But really, if you're watching a young child die in front of you, which that imaginary world, which when David and I, or Eve Miles, or Gareth, and anybody who was involved in that show, those imaginary worlds, when we were doing them, they were completely real. That was real to us. That was another world that we were creating, which is why I think you all went and caught on to it and loved it. Yeah. Because we treated it. We didn't treat it like, how stupid is this? Da-da-da. Never. Ever did we think that. So I think that's what makes those scenes work. People used to come up to me in the supermarket, walk past me, and these women, men would come up, and these women would go at me in the frozen food section, looking like I'm in the frozen food section. What do you think? Getting fish fingers. Fish finger sandwich with ketchup. Delicious. Anyway, it's like a hot brown? Hot brown. Yeah. I told Scott I had a hot brown the other night. He's like, really? He said, I don't know what to make of that. I said, it's not what you think. came up to me, she walked up and she said, I have to tell you, I think you're awful. But I still love you. And I don't understand why you killed him. I walked away. And I'm standing there going, she turned around and went, but I'll still watch. So to have that kind of dilemma as a person who watches, that's exactly what we wanted, because the whole point of doing that, and the whole point of that series, that whole arc of that show was, if you were in a position and you had a family member of that age, and you were the one that was on, the weight was on, would you sacrifice that family member to save the entire planet? Would you do it? Right? Some people would say yes, others would say no. For those who say, so that's the dilemma Jack was in. And he would sacrifice anything to save humanity, the same as the doctor would. So, that was it. Thank you. Yes.
When you were informed that your character, Captain Jack, was actually going to be the face of Bo?
It was a shock. First of all, the fact that they think that that's what I'm going to look like. Because I know the guy they actually modeled the face on, and his name is Arwell Jones, and he was the props designer and master for the show, and they just took a picture of his face and smushed it. But it was funny because Bo used to lie on the floor in the warehouse when we would film it. That's what's great about working on the shows, because we all filmed in Treforest and in the Who Studios, as we used to call it, and the Torchwood Studios. You'd walk past going to lunch, there'd be a Cyberman, there'd be a Weevil, there's the face of Bo, there's a Dalek, as you walk through to go to the canteen. But David and I were filming, I can't remember the episode that was prior to that. Someone will know.
Utopia?
What?
Utopia?
Has it been?
Utopia?
Utopia, thank you. We were filming Utopia, the scripts hadn't come out. And when they did come out, I'm in my trailer, sitting between, takes, just having a break, looking at lines that are yet to come, and the sequence that I've got to run next to David again, and we're going to have a race. But I'm in boots and you're in Converse! And you're also this big! This big! So, I'm in the trailer and I hear this. Like, yes, I'm coming! What? John, David. Oh my God, you don't believe what just happened. I've just read through. Don't tell it! No! But it's John! Next day, he comes up and he goes, "Have you read the script yet? You read the script?" I'm like, "No! Don't tell me anything!" He goes, "Come on, John, you've got to read the script." So when we're together, we talk Scottish together, right? I'm like, "David, if you tell me what's fucking going on in that script, I'll belt you!" Okay. Just tell me when you've read it, okay? All right, fine. Okay. So next day, lunchtime. Do I read it? Me running.